Good morning guys, welcome back, thanks for joining us. And remember, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button. It's free to do and it really does help us out. And if you really want to support us and you want to see some extra bonus behind the scenes footage, videos, photos, all that kind of palaver, live streams, live chats with us, head over to our Patreon account and check us out there. All the links are down below. Anyway, it's time to move. I'm facing the wrong way though, so the first plan of action is to head off that way and we're going to turn. Now where we're going to turn isn't a winding hole, it's going to be the junction. It's actually Barbridge Junction, so we're going to try and turn there because the next winding hole is a little bit further on, because we want to be heading that way. But all will become clear once we get going, so let's get on with that. I need to untie. Right, so that's out of the way. Time for an update. Louise's fingers have been given the all clear. She went to the hospital the other day and the consultant is happy with it. So the strapping is now off. He's going to do a telephone consultation in about 8 weeks time. So yeah, that's fine for us. She does need physio, but that can be done online and remotely. So yeah, we don't have to be hanging around here anymore. So that's it, we're off. Our adventure starts now. It is a bit of a slow start to the adventure, I must admit, because we're heading this way now, which is back into Nantwich. And the only reason we're doing this is the services are there and we're going to use the town to get our last minute supplies. So we're going to go and get some food, use the laundrette to get our bedding washed and things like that we can't fit in our little twin tub. Use the services, empty everything that needs to be emptied and fill everything that needs filling. And then at that point we're good to go and we're going to be heading back that way. So yeah, really looking forward to this. It's been a long time coming. The weather forecast isn't great for the next few days, so yeah, there's talk of snow and ice and rain, so who knows how far we get, but we ain't in any rush. So yeah, really looking forward to this. Just glad that everything's okay now with loose fingers and we can actually make a start. So let's crack on that way. It's nice to be moving again. Obviously on the lead up to Christmas and over the Christmas New Year period, we was moored up in one spot. We didn't have to move, and we've only had a tiny little journey in between that, just because we'd outstayed our welcome on our 14-day mooring and we had to move. So it's nice to have a proper cruise and blow the cobwebs away. And it's a lovely day. It's just very, very bright. But yeah, I'm forgetting things, so I've made a bit of a schoolboy error today. It is cold and I forgot to put my heated insoles in my boots, so my toes are like ice. I've got my ski gloves on, so my hands are warm, my head's warm, everything else, but my toes are like ice. Yeah, just get out of it for a couple of weeks of not really moving, and yeah, schoolboy error. Not far to go now though. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Right, so that's the washing in. That's going to take about half an hour. So we'll pop round the corner, and literally as you come round the corner, here's the cafe. So time for a brew. Well, that's it. Hot chocolates and tea cakes and fish finger butties done, and it's time to get back to the laundrette.
I didn't say we not bread again, did I?
Oh, Mr. Robin.
Lightish and one isn't so lightish, but it's, you know what I mean? Do you want more together?
Right, so that's all the washing done. Back to the boats now and crack on with some more jobs. It's going to be a day of jobs today, I think. Catch up on things. My next job is to service the generator, because my generator's been playing up a little bit. So I've got a service kit for it. We'll give that a quick service and get that up and running. And it looks like it might rain. There she is, all done and dusted. Clean air filter, new spark plug, new oil, fresh fuel, and she's running nice and smooth. And she's running a lot quieter than she normally runs as well. And she is under load. I've got the boat plugged in at the minute, so the battery charger's on. So she's actually running nice and quiet, considering. But yeah, previous to this I wouldn't be able to do this. It just would cut out, didn't like it, didn't enjoy it. So whatever I've done, it's worked, and it's done it no harm having a service. So one little job ticked off. Right, so I said it was a day of jobs today, and yeah, I've just picked up another little job, which is a paid job for a customer. So while I was at the service point in Nantwich, a fellow boater came along and asked if I could repair this. So it's his brass tiller pin, and his brass tiller pin is in 2 bits when it should be in 1 bit. So he's asked me if I can repair it. So yeah, that's the next little job. We'll get this done and make it look like new. There we go, and I think we will call that finished. So that's that done, and it's now about tea time, so I'm calling it a day. I've had enough, I'm tired, it's been a long day, so have some tea, put my feet up, get an early night, start all again tomorrow. See you later. Morning. Right, it's time to get going. All the shopping's done. Everything that we needed to do in Nantwich has been done now. So we're going to move on. But first of all, I have to get the engine checks done. Get the engine warmed up. A few other little bit of pieces, and then we're going winding. So let's crack on with that. Right, so I'm just going to do a couple of brief engine checks. Do these more or less every time I start the engine. There's coolant in there. Belts are fine. And the oil is under there. Now that yellow sticker. So I'm going to do that, but I need 2 hands to do that. So I'm going to have to put the camera down while I check the oil. And then we can get it fired up. Right, so the oil level has been checked and that is fine, so it's time to start the bad boy up. There we go. Let's get ready to cruise. Lou's doing a little bit of boat maintenance before we go, because the beading around the windows decided to pop out, so she's just trying to pop that back in. And you can see, look at the solar panels. It's been a cold night. It's a beautiful day though, but yeah, it is definitely very cold. Everywhere covered in frost, and as you can see, those boats right up there in the distance, they're on permanent CRT moorings. And not a dicky bird, just the 2 of us in Nantwich, has been for the last couple of days, so yeah, we've had the place to ourselves. Right, let's get Malk, let's give Malk a rattle, and let's get this show on the road.
Where's Malk?
So like I said, we were all ready for setting off. We've done everything we needed to do into town, and we've checked CRT stoppages. Now there's a stoppage, and the stoppage should have been on from the 10th to the 12th, Well, yeah, it's not. They've not started it, and it's now just started today. So it should have been all done and dusted and over with by now, and they've only just started today. And CRT haven't updated the website, which is a bit of an inconvenience when you're trying to plan stuff around stoppages. But it is what it is. We're not in any rush, and it just means that we're going to have to stop here a little bit longer than planned. So it's no big hassle. But it'd be interesting to go and see what they're doing. So come on, let's have a look. Well, I'm assuming this netting is to stop boaters going through. Either that or the workers are having a game of water polo in the break. But let's go and have a look. What the problem is, you can see, where are we, pointer finger, that's a stop gate. Obviously if there's going to be a breach or anything like that, they can shut that gate, and it's just like putting stop planks in. But down at the bottom, it's not been moved for that long. There's that much sediment and all sorts of debris built up at the bottom that they can't shut it. So the purpose of this is to drain it and clean it out so that they can actually use the stop gates. Which, looking at the state of the towpath in Nantwich, might not be that long before they need to use them. So as you can see, all the pipes are out, the generators are off, the bridge where the stoppage was is behind us, we're through, the canal's open, and that's it now, we're off. So unless we get hit by any other stoppages or get froze in or anything like that, then we're working to plan A. We're heading up to just finalise a couple of jobs, and then yeah, south it is. Yeah, so I'm very surprised how much ice there is. When we left Nantwich, there was no ice, there was nothing, no signs of any ice at all. Even the boats weren't icy. But yeah, as soon as we got out into the sticks there, it started to get a bit thick. Luckily there's a couple of boats already gone through, so it's already broke up, so we're not damaging anything. And where the ice was, there was no other motorboats, so we're not pushing ice onto that, so that's okay. And where we are now, it looks like it's cleared up again. But yeah, but sorry about this, the sun's right behind us and it's hard to film, so I'll leave it there and I'll catch you all again shortly.